What's going on, Bob? How's everybody doing today? It's a little laggy. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm kind of seeing a little bit of lag as well. Is it getting a little better? That or I might. Is it a bit laggy? It's kind of getting laggy right now for me as well. A tad bit. Hmm. Alright. Not sure. I might have to transition this one to my phone seems to do better with the live streams for some reason. Good on my end. I mean, can you guys like hear me and like are my words matching up with the video or is it like a bit lag with, I say something and then you don't see me say it until later, if that makes any sense. Okay. All right. So we're gonna wait a little bit, probably a 3.5 minute mark. You guys already see the title, so we're gonna get into that pretty quick. But let's get some people in really quick. I just shared it on the group. Um, and yeah, gonna get after this topic. I'm still getting um my stream health right now is not great, so hopefully it maintains and doesn't buffer the whole entire time. Okay, now uh, I am not sure why. Let me try to figure something out here. It's probably my OBS. All right, so we're at 3.5 minutes. The title of this video you guys already saw is, you know, how to get phones for dirt cheap. I'm gonna go over some negotiating tips and just some tricks, pretty much. You know, I'm seeing it says voice is fine when you move. You can see the lag. All right, I'll try not to move then. I don't want to have to start the stream over. The Borshman, what's going on? All right, before I get started, let me know. Let me know if it's good. If it's still laggy, I'm gonna have to probably start this one over and then reload it again. I don't want it to be laggy for you guys. All right, good enough. All right, yeah, you guys are here for the information, not the video. So, yeah, title: How to Get Phones for Cheap. Getting a ton of messages from people who, um, ask me how am I getting these phones for so cheap, and and all that. And I'm gonna be brutally honest with everybody in the chat and whoever's watching this after. There's no special trick when talking to somebody via messages. Cause most of my my leads come from Facebook Marketplace and um everything's done through Messenger. It's not, I'm not talking to the person on the phone. Even Craigslist, I get a couple calls on Craigslist, but for the most part, it is just messages. Um, so keep that in mind when people ask me how am I getting these phones. Keep that in mind. I'm just offering a price like everybody else, and it just happens. So so Um, it's not much face-to-face negotiating when it comes to this business. For the simple fact that everything is on your phone, everything is done through your phone. There's apps out there where you can message each other back and forth, and that's the good thing about it. It saves a lot of time. It saves the hassle of talking to people for 2 or 3 minutes to not get the phone because they disagree with the price or whatever it is, it's easier to just message back and forth. So I do like that. I do like that it's like that. These apps have came up with these different things where you can post on there and chat via messages. But when it comes down to negotiating, um, I always tell people this in the group. When they ask me, I just say, hey, just be honest with whoever you're talking to. And what I mean by that is, if somebody has an iPhone 6 that's unlocked and you see that it's going for about 200, 220 on eBay, and you'll only pay 120 for it, then just be honest with them. Be honest. Say, hey, look, I can pay you $120. Leave it at that. And you're putting it into their hands. They're gonna obviously decide, if you get the phone or not. But the fact that you were just upfront and honest with them, a lot of times that helps. Um, I see a lot of people say, "Hey, I'm not getting any messages," and then I ask them, I'll say, "Hey, look, show me some of the messages that you didn't get, some of the leads that you didn't get," and then they show me, and then I see it's just a bunch of their writing. They write too much. They're trying to explain themselves too much about why they're offering that price and they haven't even got a response from offering the price. So you're gonna say, okay, I'll give you 120. The reason is that because I have to do this. There's fees. There's this. I count shipping. All this different stuff. They don't want to hear that. You know, uh, they just want a cash offer. Most of them just want to see a cash offer. So I don't even put, hey, I'll pay. I just put 120, just like that, and that's been working for me. um not over explaining things and just keeping it simple has been working for me because a lot of times the people who message you, they don't know anything about the phones. So if you go ahead and say, well, the phone is this, it's factory unlocked, there's Google lock, whatever the case may be, they don't know that, they don't know much about that, so they just want an offer. So you give them an offer. Your whole goal is to meet up with these potential buys face to face. You don't the the hard part is to getting them out of the house into their car and meeting you in a public location. That's the hard part. The easy part is face to face negotiating, in my opinion, because you know when you're messaging back and forth with people, you know, they have time to think. They have time to, go make breakfast or lunch, and they have you on standby. And they go and look at their phone. And they're like, oh, okay, this guy's offering this price. All right, let me put the phone down. They have time. They have time to think over the prices and all that. Um, and you know that you have to have that in the back of your head. You know that. So the whole point is to try to get them into their car and at the meeting spot as fast as you can. You know, I mean, obviously ask, questions like, the carrier, you want to know what the condition is, and you want to know if the IMEI is good or bad. All those different things you want to know first, obviously, before you even offer a price. Um, you want to know those so you can get your price ready. If you say, "Hey, I'll pay 124," and they say, "Okay, let's meet up," then you've already did the hard work. You did all the hard work of negotiating. It's not really negotiating. You just message somebody back and forth. And you got to keep in mind that they're coming to you for a reason. They can go ahead and sell that phone for $200 probably, but they don't want to take the time and taking pictures and writing a description and all that, but you will, because it's $80 you can make if you buy it. Um so keep that in mind. You already have that advantage as far as um just as far as you have the cash. They want what you have and you want what they have, but they want cash for their phone pretty much. That's why I put my ads, cash for phones. People want cash. People need cash most of the time. A lot of times you're going to get people who have upgraded and they don't really need the phone. They don't really want to put the time in to list the phone. So that's why they come to you. You know that. Take advantage of that and use that use it as an advantage for you when negotiating face to face. And so let's go back. When you message them back and forth, you say a price, right? They're going to agree to it. They agree. You say, okay, look, let's meet up Starbucks at 11 o'clock. All right, deal. You've already did the hard work. Your time now is face to face negotiating. So what you're hoping, I mean, you're hoping that they didn't describe it well when you ask them the condition. That's how you get good deals on phones. You want to ask the condition every time. Every single time you message them, say what's the condition. They say, "Oh man, it's excellent condition," or mint. Been in the case his whole life. All that different stuff. That's great. You're gonna get a good phone. But in the back of your head, you want there to be a scratch. You want a dent on the phone. Um, just so you can take advantage of that and use that in face-to-face negotiating. So, like I said, when you're messaging back and forth, they have time to think. When you are, face to face with them, and is it laggy, guys? I'm sorry if it's lag. I'm just talking. Let me know if it's laggy. I can kind of see the lag a little bit. Just let me know real quick in the chat, and then if not, I'll continue. Sorry about that. If I'm just going on talking without even um knowing. Just let me know in the chat, guys. Somebody, if it's laggy. If it's not, then I'll keep going. No lag. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, they have time to think when you are messaging. That's the bad part, but the good thing is they agree to a price. You're in hopes that they describe it incorrectly by saying, "Okay, look, you said the phone was mint condition," and then let's say I'm gonna give you guys an example real quick. So here's my Note 5 right here. Let's say they say it's mint condition. I'm gonna look over the phone like this. Obviously, look at it, and I see a mark here. I'm gonna say, "Oh, look, there's a mark right here." You want to point out as many flaws as you can about the device. Make them feel like their device is not worth what you even offered. That's the whole point. You want to make sure um, that they're like, "Man, this I thought this phone was worth 120. Now it's not, because all these marks on it." So then you can say, "Okay, we agreed at 120. I was under the impression that the phone was in mint condition. But look, show them the marks. There's a dent here, there's a dent here, there's a dent here. You didn't mention that. And for that simple fact, I can offer you $100." That's face to face negotiating. That's putting them on the spot because a lot of people aren't used to interacting with people when it comes to buying and selling. And they're not used to haggling and bartering and all that stuff. They're not used to that, and you know that. So you got to take that and use it as an advantage because they have the cash. I mean, excuse me, you have the cash. They have the phone, but you're already there. They're not going to leave the spot. Um, and they have the phone still. They're not going to do that. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to take that $100. They're going to take that $100. You're going to sell that phone for exactly what you appraise it as. If let's say it was 220, and you're gonna add $20 profit onto um, the sale just because you negotiated face to face, which is you know. And Borshman would be funny if they said no and left. Yeah, sometimes people are good at haggling and stuff like that, and they do say no. But the thing is, you already agreed to 120, so your $100 offer is just to bring down the price to make your profit. To increase your profit. If they say no, then say okay. Well, let me just pretend like you're thinking. So okay, give me some time here. Think for a little bit. Bam, all right, I'll do 120. What the heck? I'm already here. That was the price anyway, so let's do 120. So you're still making a good amount of money doing that. So you're not gonna let them leave and just get in their car and take off because you just wasted each other's time. But throw that offer in first. That $100 offer in first. They can at least they can say is no. And that's it. It comes down to negotiating face to face rather than getting deals. Your whole thing is let me try to get you face to face. Let me get you out of your house to the spot. That is the negotiating part of it. Um, I get a lot of messages from people. And they say, "How do you get these phones?" Most of the time, it's just being honest and just throwing out a price. I don't always use that technique of looking at different flaws and stuff. If I do see a mark and it's nothing big, then I don't mention it. But I have increased profit by um, there's times where I've bought a phone and it looked nothing like they said it looked. They said it was mint and it was a 7 out of 10 condition, and I mentioned that because I didn't feel comfortable spending that amount of money on something that's not mint. So there's there's different ways of going about it, but negotiating is simple, guys. It's nothing. I mean, there's really nothing to it. What I can say is just in to be confident in yourself, be confident in the conversation. Um, own the conversation, and what I mean by that is, you let it be known that you are, they need you more than you need them. You know, I'm not saying go be an asshole or a douchebag to them and tell them that, but be confident in your price and be confident that but even if you don't know much about it, just go ahead and just say, look, man, the phone here, show them, and then they're not gonna be like, oh, you scratched your. They're not gonna say anything about it like you're a scammer or anything. They're gonna realize, well, yeah, I did tell them it was mint and it's not, so I screwed up there and I'll take the 100 instead of 120. So that was that. That's happened, like I said, a couple times for me, and it's worked. And that's just something I want to tell you guys because you can get them for a lot cheaper that way. Don't intentionally just go, think that, but have that in the back of your head, in the back of your mind. Just say like, if the phone isn't what they say it is, I have some leeway to negotiate face to face. Be confident with it, ask questions quick, say, okay, look, the phone's here, check it, see, look at it. I'll give you $100 for it. What do you say? And then they're like, a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, they freeze up and they just say, okay, all right, deal, and it's just that easy. Um, And it is what it is, guys. A lot of people don't like that tactic, and technique because they'll say, "Well, you did offer them this, um, and you lower the price." I only did that because there were marks. Like I said, I don't do that every time. Do that because they didn't explain the condition well enough, and I took advantage of that. So, uh, hope you guys, enjoyed that little, negotiating tip. That's something that you guys always can do. And like I said, um, messaging back and forth is not, in my opinion, negotiating. You just offering a price. You just throwing out a price there. If you say 120, they say no thanks, and then your next thing will be like, okay, well, what are you looking to get for it? And they tell you 160, and then you just say, okay, let's see, let's do 140 and stuff like that. And that's what it is. So this is going on for 20 minutes. Like I said, guys, it's nothing big to it, but face to face is, in my opinion, the most important if you want to get better deals. It's going on 21 minutes. I'm gonna leave the last maybe 10 minutes for Q&A for you guys, a little random Q&A for you guys. So just ask some questions, and then I'll get some answered. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages on my phone. But yeah, just ask some questions, and then we can get these questions answered. The Porsche, yay! Nobody has questions. Somebody? How many ads do you post each morning? Uh, One ad on Marketplace, in 10 different groups. You have the option to do that. Offer up one. I'll renew about 3 or 4 Craigslist ads. And let go. I'll post them. I just usually once, and then if I don't see much response from it, I'll go back and post another one and like let go. I never post uh, two marketplace ads. That's a good way to get ghosted and banned from marketplace from overposting. But if you guys want to make money, guys, post those ads. You got to be consistent with the ads, especially Craigslist. A lot of people aren't getting a lot of Craigslist buzz because they only have 2 ads up there. You out of all the Craigslist posts, you expect you to get some kind of buzz for 2 ads. It's not going to work that way. So that's what it is. Do you think that you would make more money if you lived in a more populated area like San Diego or LA? Yes, and no, I could say. See, the thing about San Diego and LA, it's populated, but there's everybody doing that. Everybody's flipping phones in San Diego and LA because they're so close to the border. So Mexico is right by San Diego and LA. So they get phones out here, unlock them, and then take them to Mexico to sell them for cheaper. Back when I first started in 2010, it was a lot better. There was not much people who knew about flipping cell phones, and I feel like it was like me and another guy. I remember just pretty much picking up all the phones, and we did that for 4 years. I did that for 4 years. I don't know what he did after, but and then I got to Idaho for school and did it here, and there's like really nobody doing it. There's a couple people who are trying to get into it, but I'm so consistent with posting. I'm so consistent with following up, and this is my job, so I have to go hard in it. So they're doing this as a part-time gig, and I'm posting ads every day. I have more than 50 ads between um all the platforms. So do you ever consider buying a phone with iCloud lock? Nope, not if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, don't buy iCloud lock. I try to tell a lot of my students don't do it either. um I mean, it's decent money, but you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get in trouble with iCloud lock. Each ad is completely different. Yeah, for the most part, each ad is different. I don't like to, do repeat ads because if you think about it, you do repeat ads, people see the same stuff over and over again. They're gonna, eventually scroll and just keep scrolling. Which is the second one that gave you the most leads? Honestly, Let Go gets me a lot of leads, but it's a marketplace and then Let Go. Shit means I have to move. I have more competition. Yeah, competition is good though. It makes you go harder. How do I unlock a iPhone for cheap? Not much unless you do it yourself. There's not many iPhone unlocks that are cheap. Under what category do you post on Craigslist? The wanted by owner and wanted by dealer. I try a lot to post. I used to post in the cell phone section a lot until like all of a sudden it just started flagging everything. So wanted, people are gonna go there if they want to sell their phone because they know those ads are on there, so they're gonna go there anyway. How many ads are needed to post for Craigslist to get calls? I'm a newbie and I live in Dallas, Texas. I mean, you could have like 8 ads on there at a time. 8 active ads, you're gonna get a pretty decent buzz. But I mean, obviously, the more the better. You don't want to spam and post like 30 ads at one time, but you want, let's say throughout the day you post, 2 ads every 4 hours. So throughout the day, you wake up in the morning, post 2 ads. 4 hours later, post 2 more ads. You're bringing up your ad count, and then with Craigslist, all you gotta do is renew it. Once it has expired, you're gonna just renew it, and you have 40, 50 ads that have already been created that you can just renew when you wake up. Wake up, renew about 2 or 3 of them. If you work lunch break, renew 2 or 3 more of them, just like that. So it's easier. You don't have to post each ad every time. Let's see. Any more questions? 3 more minutes. I'm gonna stop this at 30. Stop it right at 30 minutes. Hey, it's Ty from the Facebook group. I was wondering if you have more in-depth video on posting Facebook ads. I do have in-depth videos. Those are in the course. Um, I really can't go over too much of, as far as exactly what I post, exactly everything. That's in the course. But I can just say, just get a good, decent picture and just your title is basically what you want. You want phones, you want phones. So that's pretty much what it is. It's not much, but I do have different ways of posting these ads on Facebook so you don't get blocked or anything. Do you pay Craigslist for ads or do you do it? Oh, definitely for free. Always for free. I don't pay for ads. When it comes to buying phones, I feel like it's not needed. There's tons of different places you can post for free and still get phones. So I don't post. I don't pay. Excuse me. I don't pay for ads. Let's see. Any more questions, guys? Let's see. Let's see. Guess not. See. All right. So we're probably gonna end it here then. Not seeing much questions being asked. So for those who are just joining, who have just subscribed, I'll answer this last one. On average, how many phones do you sell a day? Um, hmm, I'd say I'd say like three, maybe 3 phones a day. Uh, yeah, so take three. Do you fix phones before selling? Nope, never fix phones at all. Never. Would you review our ads if needed if I buy the course? Yeah, of course. When you buy the course, you get, my one-on-one help. So, you can just send me your ad and then I'll review it. but most of the time, with the videos, it's easy to post an ad. I give you guys pictures as well that have been working like crazy for me. Um, so you get all that. I'm not gonna just give you the course and then throw you out there. So you do get help. You do get unlimited help from me. We're a little past 30. This thing about this eBay glitch causing slow sale, has it affected you? Honestly, for I'd say 3 days, maybe 3 days. It was really slow. I was getting maybe like a sale a day, but to me it started to pick up. I've been selling like maybe three phones a day for like the last past 3 days. So I actually just sold. Let me show you guys. I bought a an S8 Active, guys. I didn't even know they had this. I didn't even know this was out right now because they didn't get much buzz. But I bought this phone for 350 and sold it on eBay for 710. So S8 Active. I unlocked it, so I got a guy who unlocks for me. Um, paid him, I think it was like $15 to unlock it. So and sold it just this morning for 710. So guys, there's definitely money out here to be made. It just goes by how bad you want it, and that's all it really comes down to, how bad you really want it. All right, we're a little past 30 minutes. Um, I said I was gonna try to stop at 30 minutes, but guys, if you guys are new, check the description. There's my phone flipping course right there for you guys who want to get started and who want to get going in it. If you're just completely new and don't know a thing about it, but just want to get started, I'll help you guys. Um, there's people already who's starting, and that's good. But the course is for people who want to get going and with basically no risk. I'd say the risk is very low. There's people who's bought the course after they've tried it for a month or two and they lost money and they bought the course, and then they're back on track. So keep that in mind when you're investing in anything. Um, is it worth it to lose 500 $600 over a 2 months period because you tried it and didn't want to pay the you didn't want to pay for the information and help? Is that really worth it? So you decide on your own. Last question, really quick. How do you decide on how much to sell phone local? I look at all the phones on Craigslist and stuff, and then uh, I'll drop the price like $10. So that it's I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of weird like that. I usually have the lowest phone on the market because I get it for so cheap. So that's what helps me with the local. So anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. I'm gonna try to keep these live streams going for you guys. Got to think of different topics to talk about, but I love the engagement you guys are giving me, and we got a good amount of people watching. So guys, thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next live stream.